What's up, everybody? Philly Soccer Page post-game show. I'm Mike Servideo here with Greg Orlandini today. Union draw 3-3 with Montreal Impact, going up 3-0 inside 39 minutes, and Impact coming all the way back, scoring the equalizer in the 87th. Another rough one for the Union. Almost unbelievable. What do you take away from that one, Greg?
Of this homestand, this might be the toughest to swallow, just because they did so many things right in the first half. And into the second half, I thought that not only as a unit, but I think they had some really solid individual performances. I mean, Roland Albert came in, played very well, got the 2 goals, got one from the spot. CJ getting on the board. I thought Ray Gaddis coming in off the bench played a pretty solid game, especially in the first half. But to let that happen at home against another team that's struggling, it's tough. This might be the toughest of the start.
Well, let's jump right into it then. I think there's been plenty of criticism of Jim Curtin before this match. I think fans have been calling for a coaching change. They get 1 point out of the 3-game homestand. They're outscored 8-4. They concede 3 after going up 3-0 today. Is Jim's job really in jeopardy now? What should we expect?
I mean, 1 point out of a 3-game homestand's pretty unacceptable on any level.
I mean, and we were saying before this homestand that 6 or 7 would be needed for him to possibly keep
his
job. So only
like
one
almost minimum of 2 wins, but 1 point. And Portland was a tough team. Montreal's given the Union fits in the past and all that, and NYCFC is a very solid team. But still, you're at home, your back's against the wall. You have to find some way to.
I mean, I think particularly coming off of 2016, where Jim Curtin made a point to say before the season that he wanted Town Energy Field to be a little bit of a fortress for the Union, that they wanted to be tough to play here all of the time. And it's been far from that this year. They've got 2 points from 4 games here. It's been a real problem at home so far.
Yeah, that's the most disappointing thing, because they were turning into a very good home team last year, and it was a tough place to play for the first time probably in this team's history. That PPL Town Energy Field was becoming a fortress finally, and teams were going to have a hard time. That's not here now. I mean, I don't think any team is scared to come here right now.
Yeah, and I think today was probably the lowest attendance we've seen at a home game in a while, and lots of factors into that. I mean, I realize it's 1 o'clock on a Saturday, lots of kids sports, things going on in the city, but still, I don't think there was definitely less than 10,000 in the stands.
There wasn't, but when the team was kind of clicking in the first half, it was a pretty,
the atmosphere was better.
It was a decent atmosphere. When the team was clicking and the River End was kind of going, but
I say the River End chanting probably in the 75th minute, we want 3 points. It seemed like a bit of a desperate plea this week, didn't it?
A little bit. This is so tough. I mean, this game was so tough to kind of finally seem like you're imposing your will on another team, and especially at home. And you're up 3-0. You really need to find a way to get all 3 points. And I know I'm really dancing around what you asked me initially about Curtin. It's going to be tough for him to stay, honestly. And I feel bad saying that, but we've seen coaches on other teams and other sports kind of let go for less. And this homestand after the start they had was so important to just make up some ground, get some points, get some goals, get some confidence back in your team. And this team, I mean, you saw the players when the final whistle blew. They were like just rooted into the ground, just didn't know where they were coming or going. And this is not a team with any confidence right now.
Yeah, I thought you could feel the frustration in the players a little bit more talking to the guys in the locker room. I thought Alejandro Bedoya's presser today was very obvious. He has been more frustrated. He hasn't been this frustrated since he's been here. I think that was a really candid interview. Talking to CJ Sapong, you could tell he wasn't there all the way today. So I do think that the players are feeling it as they should.
Yeah, especially a guy like CJ today, who tied the record for most fouls suffered, just out there just really getting pounded.
How did Lawrence Simon get away with not getting a yellow card?
Simon should have got a red card.
Yeah, he
was
been
warned
off
twice.
Yeah.
And
unbelievable.
He put in like at least 3 or 4 really hard fouls.
Yeah.
And I mean, Simon shouldn't have finished the game, honestly. But you feel for these guys and you feel for the situation, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. There's, we said it in the podcast for a couple of weeks. A change has to be made somewhere because because they go out to LA, they lose LA. I mean, and then they come home against Red Bulls, division foe, and they lose that game or tie or lose points in that game. I mean, your season's slipping away from you because it's May already.
Right. Not a lot of changes today. Ray Gaddis did come in at right back. This is Keegan Rosenberry's first game, I believe, that he's sat the bench since being drafted. We did still see Elsinio and Chris Pontius flip. It seemed to it definitely got Chris Pontius a lot more involved today, playing off the right side.
Best game I've seen Pontius play.
I still thought his delivery was lacking, particularly in the first half. There's a couple of balls that just need to be better, but I thought he was much more involved.
He had the assist on CJ's goal.
He did. Great knockdown. That's what he's out there for.
Yeah, I mean that was a nice corner kick. Good delivery, and it was really nice knockdown on that. I mean it was a nice wrinkle to throw out there, and we've been kind of getting on Jim, and a lot of people have for just being kind of tactically stale, for lack of a better word. I mean, it was still the 4-2-3-1, but it was different wrinkles and some different players. Flipping those guys, I think, put Montreal on the back foot. I thought Gaddis, played a pretty fine. He played a Ray Gaddis game. He was very, very solid defensively, and used his quickness and his speed. I thought Jack Elliott had a pretty good first half. He created the
drew a penalty.
And almost had a goal.
Yeah, shot blocked right in there.
But they still walk out of here with just 1 point and giving up 3 unanswered.
One of the other changes that we did see today was Fafa Bako was on the bench and then came in about the 75th minute, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets some time. What did you rate his? How did you rate his play today? Did have that one good chance.
He's got speed, and I thought he kind of was out there to do a job and get the ball and just kind of maraud into the opposing, to Montreal's half, and that was good because guys are, the defense is chasing him around. And that's taking time off the clock. So I thought that was kind of a good tactic to put him out there. And he had the game on his foot. He could have iced things for the Union. Just was, just couldn't get that little extra at the end to get it past Bush. But I thought it was an interesting tactic to put him out there, and he really took the opportunity to show his speed.
Yeah, was talking to some of the front office people, and they said the Union flying out to LA on Wednesday this week, so maybe an extra day or two on the West Coast. I have to think, from watching this team today and feeling the frustration in that room, maybe a couple of days away from here in sunny Southern California, it might do the team well. I mean, I know Los Angeles is a tough place to go. Galaxy always hard to play there, but can the Union get something out of that game?
You hope. I mean, they have to, obviously, but I think it might be a smart idea to just you bunker down with the guys. You get all 20 guys, however many you're going to travel with, out there and get a real team mentality going. Just they're all staying together, kind of working out together, kind of away from home, the kids, the wife, the girlfriends, and stuff like that. Just really kind of get out there and focus on being a team again.
Yep. I think we'll wrap up there. Union do travel to Los Angeles Galaxy next week. That's 10:30 Eastern Time. Back here in 2 weeks when the Union hosts the Red Bulls, and we will see you then.